Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Multiplex Movie Warzone. We are here for a singles title match. Very exciting one. Dylan, you are on the desk with me today. You're in the war zones way more than me. I'm just here to help out today. So you've seen a lot of this. I've seen a lot of it. Are you excited for this title match? We've got Jake Meltzer with his belt going up against Kaleb Boatman, former champion, who's been itching to get it back ever since he lost it a while ago now. It's been a while. So what do you think of the match? Are you excited, Dylan?
Oh, I'm very excited. Yeah, I mean, Jake has been a fantastic champion so far, defending his belt twice against both Andrew Barr and Cameron Redshaw. And I mean, Kaleb Boatman, he's a two-time Summer Series tournament winner and a former champion himself. So it's kind of crazy. These guys haven't fought in Warzone, I don't think yet, but it should be a great match. Yeah.
I think they played in teams. I could be wrong about that. I believe they played in teams,
not singles.
Yeah, in singles. This is it's crazy. But we're actually going to bring in Kaleb Boatman right away with his manager Kaleb Koho and talk to them right away. So Boatman, Dylan kind of gave you the thing. You're the two-time Summer Series winner. You actually beat Andrew Barr to get here today, who is the person who took away your belt. So you already have a little bit of redemption there with that one. And now you're going up against Meltzer for the title. How are you feeling? Any words?
I feel good.
Koho.
This is title match number 6. We get here. We get here. We get here. There's a reason why we're here. We earned it. Put up your dukes. Let's go.
Okay. All right. Well, gentlemen, look forward to watching the match. Let's bring in the champion, Mr. Meltzer, with his manager today, Mr. Bill Carriola. Gentlemen, welcome to the match. Jake.
Take Boat off screen.
I think we leave him
I thought he was just going to hang out.
Yeah, I think we leave. I'm getting the thumbs up. We're leaving him on. We're going to
sorry.
We're going to add the pressure. So, Jake, you've defended the belt twice now. Is that correct? Isn't that what Dylan said? I believe you've defended the belt.
So I've been told, yes.
And so this is going to be your 4th title match, if my math then is correct, because you had to earn it. You defended it twice, and now you're going up against Kaleb Boatman, who we've listed the accomplishments, but you've got quite the list of accomplishments as well. How are you feeling about this match today?
Well, no disrespect to my previous opponents, but I feel like every title match is only getting harder. I feel like this is kind of the summit I've sort of been working towards all along. Bowman is the one sort of elite player I've never played one-on-one, and at least in this league. And I think if I really want to prove that I'm the best, I feel like I have to beat the best. And he showed in that tournament he's the best. So I know I have my work cut out for me, and I have a lot of other matches going on, but I'm pretty locked into this one, and hopefully some of the shortcuts I had to take coming into this match because of the other matches don't come back to bite me. We shall see.
Fair enough. You got your team partner, manager here today, Bill. Bill, do you have any words for Jake before we get into this match?
I mean, how many times have you seen a title match of any kind in the last year or so? You've been in more title matches than I've had bowel movements in the last 2 years. And I eat leftover Chipotle for breakfast for fun. So you can imagine how many that is. So you've been here before, your old hat before. I know firsthand how terrifying Kaleb Boatman can be, but if anyone can give him a run for his money, I know it's you. I would bet on you. So either way, we're all in for a treat. It's going to be a good time.
Absolutely. Well, Bill, thank you. And Dylan, I'm very excited. Let's get into it with round number 1. Here's how this is going to work. There is going to be 8 questions from 8 different categories in the realm of movie Warzone. Each question is going to be worth 1 point apiece. If you get all 8 questions correct, you will be issued a bonus question to you, only to you. You each have 4 repeats because this is a title match. So you got 4 repeats for this one and 1 challenge at your disposal. Gentlemen, Do you have any questions before we get this 5-round match started? Okay, then we are going to kick it off. Dylan, why don't you start us off with question number 1?
Absolutely. So your first question of the night comes in the category of recent releases. You will find 2 brothers who trained under a man named Bronco Henry in what 2021 film?
I like the recent releases.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I go to watch them.
Watch a ton of them too.
Yeah. 5.
Like, how does this guy do it?
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Kaleb Boatman.
Power of the Dog.
And Jake.
Power of the Dog.
Both are correct. So it is 1-1 right out of the gate as we get into your next question in the category of horror. Who plays TV host Peter Vincent in 1985's Fright Night? I have never seen this film.
I actually haven't either, but I actually just recently saw the remake, which
I've
was
seen
actually quite good.
Yeah, I saw that one when it came out, and I liked it. I liked it a lot, but
It was
I've
a lot
just
of fun.
never gone back to this one for some reason. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We are going to go to Mr. Meltzer.
I agree with my manager. This movie is rad. Roddy McDowell.
And Boatman.
Did not have it, said Chris Sarandon.
Roddy McDowell is correct. So Jake will take a 1-point lead, 2-1. As we get into the next one, what is it, Dylan?
It is in the category of comedies. The 1931 comedy The Front Page was remade into what 40s comedy?
I don't understand a word you just said. The 30s, the 40s. What is that?
What about
No idea.
what about comedy?
Oh, you got me with that.
I don't know that one.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Boatman.
His Girl Friday.
And Jake.
His Girl Friday.
Both are correct. Keeping pace as we get into your next question, which is going to be in the category of directors. Who directed The Hand, Talk Radio, and U-Turn? I once again have no idea what anything in that question was. Not a clue.
Yeah, I thought I was good at directors. Then I saw these 3. I was like, what?
Yeah, right. Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jake.
Oliver Stone.
And Boatman.
Oliver Stone.
Both are correct. All right, what's next?
Next one is in the category of crime. Which 70s crime film is about a teenage girl and her older boyfriend embarking on a crime spree after killing the girl's father?
Well, that just seems irresponsible.
These young whippersnappers these days.
Jeez. What a time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Boatman.
Badlands.
And Jake.
Badlands.
Terrence Malick in the house. Yeah, that's correct. So 5-4 as we get into your next question, which is going to be in the category of actors/actresses. Who appears in The Royal Tenenbaums, The Family Stone, and The Skeleton Twins?
So going back to Badlands, I have a soft spot for that movie because it's one of the few films that name drops Saskatchewan, the wonderful province of Saskatchewan.
Nice.
So shout out to Terrence Malick, I guess, for that.
Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jake.
Luke Wilson?
And Boatman.
Luke Wilson.
Both are correct. So keeping pace. Jake is up 6-5. What is next, Dylan?
Next one is in the category of family. Who plays Miss Edmonds, Jess's music teacher in Bridge to Terabithia? Terabithia, sorry.
You got it. This used to be a Fandom film. It is not anymore.
Oh, why is that?
Because me and Nick said bye-bye.
Oh,
5,
okay.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Kaleb.
Zoe Deschanel.
And Jake.
Zoe Deschanel.
That is correct. So it is 7-6. Final question. If Jake hits this final question, it will be a perfect round for him. Gentlemen, your question is going to come in the category of romantic comedies. In Trainwreck, Bill Hader plays a doctor who specializes in treating what type of people? My wife just went downstairs into the basement, and the dog ran down the stairs after her. I'm pretty sure he flew. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jake.
Athletes.
And Boatman.
Athletes.
Both are correct, and that is a perfect round for Mr. Jake Meltzer. So, Jake, you will be getting a question to you, only to you. You do not need your whiteboard. Are you ready, sir?
Yep.
All right, your bonus question is, in Kramer versus Kramer, what food does Ted punish Billy for eating at the dinner table?
Ice cream.
That is correct for the bonus point, bringing his total up to 9. So I have a score of 9-7. Is that what you have, Dylan?
That is what I have, yes.
Perfect. All right. Well, we are going to get into round number 2. Here's how this is going to work. We are going to bring up the lovely wheel from wheeldecide.com. Each player is going to have a chance to spin that lovely wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it, or they can choose to spin again, but they must keep whatever they spin the second time. Each question is worth 2 points apiece. Unless you want to check the multiple choice, then it will be worth only 1 point. And as always, be on the lookout. Things get spooky in round 2 because stealing is available. The categories today on the wheel are fandom horror icons and A24, which I am going to throw out and assume those are Jake's strengths. And then we also have Christmas movies and directed by Herbert Ross, which I'm assuming are Kaleb Koho's strengths. Your other strengths today, or other categories, are action adventure, James Stewart, horror, classics, Oscars, and sports. Jake, you are in the lead. Would you like to spin or defer to Mr. Boatman?
I'm doing, bud.
Wouldn't it be wild if Christmas movies was my strength?
For so many reasons, yes.
Yeah. I think I can. I want to see if he can take something off I don't want.
Go for it. All right. We will defer.
All right, we'll bring in Mr. Boatman, or Mr. Koho. They're both named Caleb. Gentlemen, here's your spin for round number 2. And it lands on action adventure. Would you like to keep that, Caleb, or spin again?
We'll spin again.
Okay. So this is what you are going to be stuck with. And you land on Jimmy Stew's James Stewart. All right. Dylan, would you like to go ahead and give Boatman his questions in James Stewart?
Sure thing. All right, so Caleb, your first question in James Stewart. Who plays pioneer Zebulon Prescott in How the West Was Won?
Carl Malden.
That is correct for 2 points. In what James Stewart film will you find a town called Green River?
An American Tale, Fievel Goes West.
That is correct for 2 points. Who has directed James Stewart the most times?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A, Anthony Mann, B, John Ford, C, Ernst Lubitsch, or D, Alfred Hitchcock.
Alfred Hitchcock?
That is incorrect. So, Jake, for the 1 point steal, is it A, Anthony Mann, B, John Ford, C, Ernst Lubitsch, or D, Alfred Hitchcock?
It's Anthony Mann.
That is correct for 1 point. Brandon and Philip went to what college in rope?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A, Yale, B, Harvard, C, Notre Dame, or D, Princeton.
Princeton?
That is incorrect. So, Jake, for the 1 point steal, is it A, Yale, B, Harvard, C, Notre Dame, or B, Princeton, or D, Princeton?
Harvard.
That is correct for 1 point. So, your final question, Boat. In what city does After the Thin Man take place?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A, San Francisco, B, Seattle, C, San Diego, or D, Chicago.
A.
That is correct for 1 point.
All right. So Kaleb gets his total up to 12, but with the steals in there, Jake is at 11. Is that what you have?
Yep.
Okay. So we will bring back Mr. Carriola and the wheel. Jake, here's your spin for round 2.
Well, Stuart studying paid off a little bit.
And it lands on classics. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
Yep. Let's go spin again.
Okay. This is what you are stuck with. You land on horror.
Okay.
All right. Mr. Meltzer, I will be giving you your questions in the category of horror. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. I wasn't looking. Yes. So your first question. Not including Ghostface, how many characters appear in all 5 Scream films? Five, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
All right, that's going to be Jake's first repeat. Not including Ghostface, how many characters appear in all 5 Scream films?
Can't think of anybody else, so I'll just say 3.
That is correct for 2 points and the lead. Your next question. Who plays police officer Ken Fuller in 1974's Black Christmas?
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, Charles Durning, B, Oliver Reed, C, James Brolin, or D, John Saxon.
Oliver Reed.
That is incorrect. Kaleb, chance for a 1 point steal. Your options again are A, Charles Durning, B, Oliver Reed, C, James Brolin, or D, John Saxon.
D.
D, John Saxon is correct. So Kaleb ties it up. As we get into your next question, Jake.
Mm-hmm.
What subject does Alan Ruck's character teach in Freaky?
Shop.
That is correct for 2 points. Your fourth question. What instrument does Mary Henry play in 1962's Carnival of Souls?
Multiple choice, please.
Okay. Your options are A, organ, B, harp, C, violin, or D, cello.
Can I get a repeat of the options, please?
Yes, you can. Is it A, organ, B, harp, C, violin, or D, cello?
Cello.
That is incorrect. Kaleb, chance for a 1 point steal. Is it A, organ, B, harp, C, violin, or D, cello?
I'm going to say A.
A is correct for 1 point. All right, Jake, your final question in the category of horror. What is the profession of Lee Whannell's character in Saw?
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, reporter, B, lawyer, C, photographer, or D, doctor.
Photographer.
That is correct for 1 point. So at the end of round number 2, I have Jake in the lead with 16, but with those steals, Kaleb got himself up to 14. Is that what you have, Dylan?
Yep.
All right, so it's a 2-point game as we go into round number 3, which is going to be the deep cut round. So each player picked 2 movies to get a question from for this. So each movie is going to get 1 question, 4 questions total, and each question is worth 2 points, I believe, if I think that's right. 2 points.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm right. Why do I question myself? Gentlemen, are you ready for round number 3?
Yep.
All right. So, Dylan, why don't you kick us off? What is the first movie and question in the deep cut round?
The first film is the all-time classic Hell Comes to Frogtown. The question is, what is Looney's real name? And we need first and last. Yeah, I have not seen Shawshank Redemption, but I have seen this film, and it wasn't for trivia.
That seems like, yeah, you got to fix that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's like me with like another movie that I don't want to say because it might come up later, but like there's a big one that I've never seen. 3, 2, 1, pens down. At this point, it's like, I might never watch it. Let's go to Kaleb.
Lonnie O'Toole.
And Jake.
Lonnie O'Toole.
Both are correct. So it stays a 2-point game as we get into your next question, which is going to be from the movie Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Your question. Name 2 of the 3 weight categories Coach Malone makes the kids in wrestling get into.
I was a fan of this book series. For some reason, I hated the movies, though.
So I have only seen
They're bad.
I've only seen the new like Disney one, and it's fucking terrible. I read one of the books when I was a kid, but that was a while ago. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jake.
Rottweilers and Bulldogs.
And Boatman.
Bulldogs and Chihuahuas.
We can accept both of those. That was all 3 of them. So both players gaining 2 points. As we are going to get into the next movie and question, what is it, Dylan?
So your next movie is The World Is Not Enough. And your question is, Q said he always taught Bond 2 lessons. The first was never let people see him bleed. What was the second?
This movie's not terrible.
Yeah.
It's not.
I haven't seen all the Bonds, but
no, it's not my favorite, but it's not a total disaster. It's kind of a disaster, but not total.
You don't need exact ones, correct?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Bowman.
Always have an escape plan.
That's exactly what's in the doc. And Jake.
Also, what's on my board? Always have an escape.
Yes, you both are correct for 2 points. Jake getting his total up to 22. Boatman at 20. So we're going to get into the final question of this round, which is going to come in Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Roderick Rules. And the question is, what is the name of the movie Greg pretends to want to watch before his mom leaves him and Rowley in his room?
I knew this was going to be the question.
That is always a very satisfying feeling when you like are deep cutting something. Of course, it's never happened to me, but you know, I can only imagine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jake.
I had a feeling it was going to be about either the foot or Andy's magic cushion.
And
Andy's magic cushion. Let's watch that.
both are correct. So, clean sweeps of this round, Dylan. We are at 24-22. Is that what you have?
That is what I have, yes.
And then both challenges are still intact. Boatman's got all 4 of his repeats, and Jake has 3. As we are going to get into round number 4, this is the Revenge of the Wheel round. So, here's how this is going to work. The players are going to get to choose a category for the other to take. There's no multiple choice in this round. Each question is worth 2 points apiece. Yada, yada. I think that was mostly everything. So, I believe we're going to Jake to decide if he wants to give his first or whatever. Yeah, so Jake and Bill.
I would like to give my opponent their questions first, their category first.
All right. And so I am dumb and deleted the wheel, so I will read you what your options are. So your options are... Sorry. So Christmas movies, directed by Herbert Ross, Oscars, sports, classics, and action adventure.
What do you think?
He spun away from action adventure in round 2, so that's kind of where I was leaning.
Okay.
You think that's the way to go?
I was thinking that or sports. So which one do you think is
Your
gut's usually pretty correct. So what do you think?
Yeah, I think action.
Give him action.
No, I
All
can't.
right. Okay. So, Boatman, I will give you your questions in this round in action adventure. Are you ready? Okay. Your first question. In 1999's The Mummy, Rick becomes their guide when Evelyn prevents him from being executed in what way?
Hanging?
That is correct for 2 points and a tie game. Your next question. In what 2010s action movie In what 2010s action movie will you find the fictional island of Velena?
John Wick Chapter 3.
It's incorrect. We're looking for The Expendables. All right, Boatman, your next question. Who plays terrorist leader Abdul Rafai in the Delta Force?
Armand Asante.
That is incorrect. It is weirdly Robert Forster.
Okay.
Would not have known that. Anyway, Boatman, your next question. What is the name of the main gang that terrorizes Pigsty Alley in Kung Fu Hustle?
The Three Rings.
That is incorrect. We are looking for the Axe Gang. All right, Caleb, your final question in action adventure. In Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the man that both John and Jane are hunting goes by what nickname?
Snake.
That is incorrect. We were looking for the Tank. All right, so Boatman picks up 2 points in round number 4, bringing his total up to 24, tying Jake. So we are now going to bring in Mr. Koho. And guys, the categories that you can choose from to give to Mr. Meltzer are Fandom Horror Icons, A24, Oscars, Sports, Classics. That's it. Those are your options.
Classics. You're muted. Classics.
Okay. All right, Dylan, you want to go ahead and give Jake his questions in Classics?
Absolutely. All right, Jake, your first question in Classics. In Top Hat, What country does Jerry follow Dale to where she is set to get married?
France.
That is incorrect. We were looking for Italy.
My God, that was the other one. Okay.
What is the profession of Elizabeth Vogler, the woman who Nurse Alma is taking care of in 1966's Persona?
Teacher.
That is incorrect. We were looking for actress. So your next one. Who plays Elsa Bannister in The Lady from Shanghai?
Rita Hayworth.
That is correct for 2 points. The final shootout in Key Largo takes place in what type of location?
A hotel.
That is incorrect. We were looking for a boat. So your final question in this category. Who directed Kirk Douglas in Lust for Life?
Vincente Minnelli.
That is correct for 2 points.
All right. So Jake gets 4 points in round number 4, expanding his lead to 28 to Boatman's 24. Is that what you have, Dylan?
That is what I have, yes.
All right. So we are going to get into the final round of the match. This is round number 5, the Pick Your Poison round. So here's how this is going to work. We got a list of categories here, and the players are going to get to choose a category for a 1-pointer, 2-pointer, 3-pointer, and 4-pointer. Each, if you get them right, you get those points. I haven't done this in a long time, guys. I'm sorry. You know how it works. So Jake will get to pick first, and we are going to go pick those categories right now, and we'll be back right now. All right, we are back for round number 5. The players have chosen their categories. Jake has chosen his 1 in crime, his 2 in mystery thriller, his 3 in sci-fi fantasy, and his 4 in action adventure, while Kaleb has chosen his 1 in music, his 2 in crime, his 3 in family, and his 4 in Oscars. So we are going to kick this off. Boatman, we are going to start with you because you are down. Dylan, why don't you go ahead and give Boatman his 1-pointer in the category of music?
Absolutely. So your 1-point question in music. Keith Carradine, David Arkin, and Ned Beatty all have roles in what 70s music film?
Nashville.
That is correct for 1 point. Then we will go to your 2-point question in the category of crime. In 1974's The Taking of Pelham 123, the main leader of the subway hijacker has what code name?
Mr. Blue.
That is correct for 2 points.
All right. So Kaleb is still down 1 point, so we'll stay with him for his 3-pointer.
Which will be in the category of family. In the Peter Jackson franchise, the main villain Luke.
No.
Well,
The Percy Jackson. You said Peter Jackson, but go ahead.
I don't know why.
Restart.
Okay. In the Percy Jackson franchise, the main villain Luke is the son of which Greek god?
Hermes?
That is correct for 3 points.
All right. So that was a big 3 points for Kaleb, bringing his total up to 30. So Jake is going to have to answer some questions in order to send it back to Boatman's 4-pointer. So, Jake, I will be giving you your questions, starting with your 1-pointer in the category of crime. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Your question. Ewan Bremner, Johnny Lee Miller, and Robert Carlyle play the friends of the main character in what 90s crime film?
Train Spotting.
That is correct for 1 point. All right, Jake, we're going to stick with you. If you hit this 2-pointer, you will send it back to Kaleb. Your 2-pointer in the category of mystery thriller. What film-related job does Jack Terry have in Blowout?
He's like a sound guy, like a sound engineer.
That is correct. We can accept that for 2 points.
Okay.
All right. So with that, Jake takes a 1-point lead. We are going back to Kaleb. So Kaleb will have to answer his 4-pointer. If he hits it, he will send it back to Jake. If he misses it, Jake will retain the title. So Dylan, why don't you give Boat his question?
Yep. So your 4-point question in the category of Oscars. What 80s film was the final film to win the Oscar for Best Original Song Score?
Purple Rain.
That is correct for 4 points. So Kaleb getting his score up to 34. So Jake, we are going to go back to you. If you hit your 3-pointer, you will tie the game. Your 3-pointer is coming in the category of sci-fi fantasy. Are you ready?
Yep.
What fantasy film follows a couple who write down all the things they want in a future child and awake the next morning to find that child has appeared in their house? Five, 4, 3.
The Box.
That is incorrect. We were looking for The Odd Life of Timothy Green.
Yeah, that was never happening.
All right. So, Jake, here's the situation. I'm going to give you your 4-point question in the category of action adventure. If you hit this question, you will win. If you miss the question, Kaleb will win the title. Are you ready, Jake?
Ready's all ever be.
Oh, yes. If Jake misses, do we go to sudden death?
No.
No.
He's down.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, you're up 3 right now. So if he hits, it's
okay,
over.
never mind. I'm confused. Never mind.
Yeah, no matter what, we'll be done after this question. Okay, so Jake, your question in action adventure. Are you ready?
Yep.
Your question. In RoboCop, Daniel O'Harely plays the chairman of OCP who goes by what nickname? Five, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
All right, that is going to be your second repeat. Your question again. In RoboCop, Daniel O'Harely plays the chairman of OCP who goes by what nickname?
Oh, man, I haven't seen this movie in so long. Where's Bill when you need him?
5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
All right, that is your third repeat. In RoboCop, Daniel O'Harely plays the chairman of OCP who goes by what nickname? Five, 4, 3.
I'll use my last one.
All right, your final repeat. In RoboCop, Daniel O'Harely plays the chairman of OCP who goes by what nickname?
Well, I had a good run. Meltzerplex had a good run. Congrats, Boatman. You killed this one. So speaking of the executioner.
And your winner and new movie Warzone singles champion, Kaleb Boatman. Dylan, what a match. Holy crap, dude.
Yeah, fantastic match. Yes.
Going down to the final question, all the way, going all the way through this. This was nuts. This was a great match. Both players playing so well. Wow, I'm at a loss for words. This is nuts. Let's bring in our unfortunate second place finisher today, Jake. As you said, you had a fantastic run and you played a fantastic match today. I know obviously not the way you wanted things to go, but I don't think anybody would deny this was a fantastic performance from you. How are you feeling, sir?
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks because I did feel like I played a really good game. And there really weren't any questions that the only one I can think of that I wish I hit was the top hat question because I was between Italy and France. But other than that, whatever questions I missed were ones I didn't know, and I didn't miss a lot of questions. So he just knew everything in round 5, and that's what it came down to. I just didn't build up enough of a lead. I came into this match so a little bit behind the scenes. This is the second of 3 title matches I'm taping in 5 days across different divisions, all different divisions, different formats. So I alluded to it before. I had to take some shortcuts. Basically, I didn't touch his strengths at all. So I was like, hope not to get his strengths and maybe get Jimmy Stewart in round 4 because that I did study in secret. But it did pay off a little bit. I did get a couple of steals. But, yeah, I played well. He just played better. That's really what it comes down to. I was trying to come for his GOAT crown, and I couldn't get there because he's the GOAT of this game.
There's only, when you come into a match, there's only so much information you can put in your brain, and what you come to the match with is what you got. And I think you did well. Bill, what were you going to say?
It was the old man, the answer to RoboCop, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yep.
I knew I needed you for that.
Sorry, I knew it. The fucking second I heard it, I'm like, why can't I do that? Anyway, I'm sorry, man. Dude, you had him on the ropes the entire game. So, and it just came down to
I was winning until the 4-pointer.
Yeah. I mean, you both had to answer your last question, and yours just was a little outside. That's all. It happens, man. You've already defended this belt twice. You've got more belts than I've had. Whatever. It's fine. I know you're a little down on yourself, but you will be back here again like you always are. So, and we love Kaleb Boatman. I know us and the Kingsmen, we talk a lot of shit. It's kind of our thing. That's what we do. But you know what? They always bring the best out of us. I'm glad we bring the best out of them. Congratulations. It has been a long time coming. And I can't wait to take it right back off you.
Yeah, I can't talk crap after this match.
No, you can't.
It was too high level from both of us. I have no bad words to say.
You have our respect, gentlemen. So.
Yeah, no, I enjoy that sentiment, Bill. I think and Jake. Great job today. You guys did a fantastic job, Jake. Really, really great performance and a great champion. I think everyone would agree. So we will see you back soon as we bring in the new champion, Kaleb Boatman. Kaleb, you have re-won the Warzone singles title after losing it to Andrew Barr so many days ago. And now you have regained it. I know you must be excited. How are you feeling?
It feels good. I believe I am the first ever 2-time Warzone champion.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm not a big fan of the Fast and Furious movies, but they did teach me one lesson, and that is there's nothing without family.
I was wondering who's here. Who's coming? Is that Eli Boatman?
Ambush, man. This is bringing it back. Caden is the one who did the ambush all those years ago with the Mike Wazowski looking thing. Y'all know Eli. They were upstairs. I had to bring them down for this because I'm stoked right now. Yeah, thank you to all my Kingsmen for helping me. Thank you to everybody I've played. Thank you, Jake. Jake played an excellent game tonight. Seriously, great job. Just thank you to everybody. I feel so blessed to be back here. It's been a while. I think anyone who knows me knows I've wanted this for the longest time, and I'm really happy to be back. Yeah.
Kaleb, what do you, of the Koho variety? You've been here with many different people, many different clients over the past few years, and Boatman has got it for the second time. How are you feeling as the manager?
I'm ecstatic. I don't know if the people who were watching from who could see backstage saw. I yelled, and I yelled so loud that I had to make sure I didn't actually undo a bandage. I was actually really worried about that for a second. I'm so incredibly proud of Kaleb Boatman. The amount of work this guy puts in every day to just his game is something that I've seen in a select few, and he inspires all of us on the team because he's so good at it and how much he cares. I have used this term before, but I think this is the true definition of a perseverance game. Where that was a game where it wasn't about the distance in points. It wasn't about who hit what. It literally came down to who could last out longer. Jake played a great game, but I'm ecstatic that we were the ones that come out at the end lasting longer with it. I know how bad Bo wanted this, so this is I'm so sorry. I'm so proud of Bowen right now.
Yeah. All right.
I'm so happy to have my best friend, my manager, right here with me, Koho.
Surgery.
You know, if you know me, I get nervous a lot. I know, shocker to everyone. Actually, no one. But Koho helps me. He talks out strategy. He helps me keep things focused, one question at a time. And I think there are moments where I could have gotten rattled in this match, and I'm glad that I was able to last it out. Like, I think perseverance game.
Yeah, absolutely, Kaleb. Well, very deserving win. Great job. I look forward to seeing I'm going to be watching your career with great interest, as they say. So congrats. Great job. We will see you soon for the first defense, which we'll find out who's on the other end of that later. Dylan, final thoughts on this match?
Absolutely phenomenal match. Yeah, I mean, Jake was winning for most of it. Both of them played like absolutely fantastic. Like, they mirrored each other in round 2, I believe. They both swept the deep cuts. I mean, yeah, came right down to the end. Scoring in the 30s too. Like, it was pretty high scoring match. So yeah, phenomenal.
No, this was a match of two titans, and I'm very glad I got to be a part of it. So thank you to Dylan for co-hosting. Thank you to Koho and Boatman and Bill and Jake, and for the writers for writing this one, and Cody for running the thing. And we will see you guys real soon with more movie Warzone matches. Until then, I've been Tim. Thank you. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye. Later.
After you, Junior. We'll always have Paris.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
You've been taken for your friends.
Bye.